Hello, everyone. This is John Ladwick here, and I am here to bring you the revised version of my top 10 favorite Pokemon. So let's get into it. Number 10 is the rats. The rats of each region. They go as follows: Rattata, Sentret, Zigzagoon, Bidoof, Petra, and Bunnelby. Each one has its own use, whether whether you want a surfer or a mean looker, or a picker-upper, or a cut slave, or whatever. Each one has its own use, and they are underestimated. They aren't bad by any means. In fact, I think they're actually pretty good, but people don't like them, and I don't know why. They're early in the game and they're early to evolve. For some of them, it's actually good for them. Well, for some of them, it's actually good to evolve because they get a second type. The two are Bunnelby and Bidoof. Bidoof gets a water subtype, and Bunnelby gets a ground subtype. So they can actually be very useful in battle. And then the final reason for this is Joey. I just find Joey like, a funny, not meme, but just running gag that the Pokemon series has. I like shorts, they're comfy and easy to wear, and my Rattata is in the top percentage of Rattatas. So yeah, at number 9, it's Eevee. Eevee, you can evolve it, and there are so many different options you can choose from. Specifically 8. In the first generation, they had fire, water, and electric. Second generation, psychic and dark. And then in the fourth generation, ice and grass. And finally, in the newest sixth generation, there's the fairy. At number 8 is Kyurem. I grew up with Pokemon Black and White, which Kyurem is for Black and White what Mewtwo was for the original games. An after game boss that you can capture and use. And what's cool is Kyurem has many forms. Black Kyurem and White Kyurem. Black Kyurem, you need Zekrom to fuse with Kyurem. White Kyurem, you need Reshiram to evolve with Kyurem. They fuse together, which is awesome. So far, Kyurem is the only Pokemon to actually fuse. If they, I really wish that in Black 2 and White 2, that they went further into the DNA splicer instead of just with Kyurem and them. Maybe it will make an appearance in later Pokemon games. I don't know. But that's getting off topic. On to number 7, which is Blastoise. Tank, Turtle. Enough said. The best Generation 1 starter, in my, well, not in my opinion, but in it honestly is. It could beat Venusaur with its sturdy defense, and then Charizard wouldn't stand a chance. And then also it looks cool when it's a Mega or not. I mean, just look at it. It has cannons on its back, which are awesome. Number 6 is Lucario. Lucario has a unique type, being fighting in steel. And for any mono steel type users, that makes Lucario an excellent addition to your team, which is awesome. He's also very powerful. With his Mega Evolution or not, he's super powerful. And he can also sense auras, which can provide a good plot point for the game. So, yeah. Number 5 is actually a tie between 3 of them: Empoleon, Infernape, and Torterra. they are my favorite starters because each of them, when they're fully evolved, have two separate types. Torterra has grass ground, Infernape fire fighting, and Empoleon water steel. And this can provide for some interesting strategies along with the many attacks that they can learn. Like Infernape can learn Flare Blitz and Close Combat, Torterra can learn Earthquake without a TM, and they also look very cool. Like Empoleon has like that trident on its face, which is cool, and then like Torterra has all of the spikes, and and Infernape has all of the swirls. So yeah, I find that cool. Number 4 is actually Arceus and Giratina. They're the God and Devil Pokemon, which are interesting to say the least. But but I like this just because like I'm a Christian, so I like how I can see my religion being reflected in one of my favorite game series. So yeah, and then Arceus is the most OP Pokemon ever, with 120 every in every stat: HP, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. It can also be any type you want it to be, as long as it holds a plate of the type you want it to be. And it's all around, and it can learn some very awesome attacks and powerful attacks. So yeah, there's that. And then my final point is Shiny Giratina should be called Fluffy. This doesn't really help the fact why it's on number 4, but I just find it funny like how it's the devil Pokemon, and then its shiny form is just all like light and cute and all that, and then you could call it like Fluffy, and everyone would be scared of it. So that was just my first thought with my first shiny Giratina. Number 3 is Rampardos. Rampardos is hard-headed, like most of my friends, and even me. It also has the highest attack of any Pokemon, even higher than Arceus's, which is awesome. It has an awesome look, shiny or not, with just the spikes all around it and the lines. It's just amazing. And it and it's based on my favorite dinosaur, which yeah, I like that. Number 2 is Shedinja. Shedinja is an interesting Pokemon because it's the only Pokemon with Wonder Guard as its ability. And Wonder Guard basically prevents all other attacks except super effective attacks from hitting it. What's the downside, you may say? It only has 1 HP. So there's that. And it's weak to 5 different types: Ghost, Dark, Fire, Flying, and Ice. I think that's it. I like cicada skins, which that's how they implemented Shedinja into it. Shedinja is basically um it's just you get it from evolving Nincada into Ninjask with an open slot in your party, which which that I find that awesome. And then if you look into the soul on its back, if you look into the hole on its back, then you will lose your soul, which I find funny since you are looking at the hole on its back when it's fighting in front of you. So yeah, there's that. And number 1 is Cubone. Let me tell you the story of Cubone. It starts off when Team Rocket killed its mother. It wears the skull of its mother and uses its bone as a club. Because of this fact, no one has ever seen its face. And when it looks at the full moon, it's reminded of its dead mother and cries. And whenever it cries, the skull rattles. Oh, and also it's defensive. But yeah, I love Cuban because of the backstory behind it. I like the picture down in the corner of Red holding Cuban, and he's saying, the reason for my travel is different, but we share the same enemy. Cuban, I will avenge your mother. But yeah, that's basically all I have for now. See you guys in the next video.